Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Your Vibes Podcast. Everybody's got a vibe and a story to tell. Here's this one. I hope you enjoy. This episode is brought to you by Your Vibes Entertainment. Your Vibes Entertainment is Middle Tennessee's premier hospitality entertainment consulting company. If you or your business are in need of a mobile DJ, group entertainment like trivia, karaoke, or bingo, or you just need a professional MC to help coordinate your event's day of logistics, we have you covered. It's no work and all play when you hire Your Vibes Entertainment. You can trust us to bring top-of-the-line sound equipment, lighting, and a professional attitude to any event you are hosting. If you are interested in boosting your revenue, showcasing your company, or just want to provide high-vibe entertainment for your family, friends, employees, or clients, please contact us on Facebook or Instagram at Your Vibes Entertainment. Shoot us an email at yventertainmentservicesllc@gmail.com or reach out to the owner Michael directly at 615-330-3236. Thanks, and always remember, stay vibey, my friends. Hello, everybody. This is the long-awaited for episode here with my lovely wife, Miss Anna Claire. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
We had a little bit of a venue change, so we went to dinner before this, and went to What's it called? Jefferson's
In Fairview.
It's kind of like a step below Jonathan's almost.
In Fairview.
Mm-hmm. But Jonathan's is in Bellevue.
And the servers are great.
Servers are awesome. Food was good. Drinks were great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Drive was great. We didn't know anybody, which was awesome.
Yeah, we didn't know anybody. It's always good as a married couple too, right? Just to be able to have a place to where you can just go and not know anybody.
I wish I didn't know you half the time, so that's usually a good thing.
That's not true.
It kind of is.
It's kind of true. Well, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, you mean that?
Yes.
Her face does look genuine.
See.
Yeah. What do you think about the podcast?
You know, I love to hear you talk. So, I mean, another way to hear you talk is just fantastic. But the people that you have on here are awesome.
They're pretty cool, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. And they deal with you and they're humble about it. And they actually enjoy most of the time. Or they fake it well.
They do fake it pretty well. Yeah.
Or you pay them well to do so.
Well, they're good people, one way or the other. Hold on, my headphones fell off.
I'm watching that happen. It's
nice.
Yeah,
I know, right? So we'll get back to. I kind of have to keep adjusting the sound, and the reason behind that is, we went to dinner, and we're gonna do this at the office. Well, we came home for a second to let the dogs out.
No, we came to get vodka.
Oh yeah, we were gonna have drinks over there.
Anyway.
And then we sat in the driveway, and we're like, we could probably just hook everything up at the house. So here we are.
No, there was no we. There was you. And I agreed.
She did agree. She just kept saying, this is your thing. You can do what you want to do.
So document that I agreed.
We are documenting it right now.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's recorded.
And it's witnessed.
And it's witnessed by probably close to 100 people as soon as this comes out. That's kind of...
It'll be like 105.
Who are the other 5?
Ashley and Amanda and Mom will at least be listening, so there's 3.
Office will actually listen to my podcast for the first time ever. Has anybody ever listened to it there?
I think Caleb has.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've listened to 1 or 2.
Okay. Which one did you listen to? Do you remember?
And I'm not telling, because I love all those people. No discrimination. It's just, again, you talking. I love it, and I hear enough of it. You sweet little angel.
Oh, no. I'm not sure what your mom thinks about the podcast.
Mom probably doesn't really know what a podcast is, so she might think it's part of the radio.
I'm not sure what your mom thinks about me.
You're a necessary evil. So you're the father of her grandchildren and the husband of her only daughter. So yeah, you're a requirement.
I'm a lot to handle sometimes.
Right?
But so are you.
Well, I never said I wasn't, so you knew that going into it.
I did, yeah.
So how's it
What?
doing a podcast?
It's okay. Yeah. I like it. It's it's a little time consuming sometimes. So I think I'm going to try to pawn off the editing part of it. And I need to find an easier way to pick up sponsors too. That would kind of streamline things.
Sure.
You know, I do enjoy talking to people, and I like talking, as you have stated many times. Yeah.
Thank God for podcasts.
Do you like listening?
To you?
Mm-hmm.
Or just to anybody in general?
Me specifically.
Again, with the necessary evil. It's just a requirement.
I like listening to you.
You lie.
I know.
You lie. The only reason you have me on here is because other people requested it. Don't even act like you were trying to hear me talk more.
That's true.
I know. How's it like working with the whole family?
It's great.
Lies.
No, it's.
His face seemed genuine.
Oh, okay. We're gonna comment on my face now.
Mm-hmm.
We are safely at home, and I am drinking a Cowboys and Hippies right now. I feel like that's my vibe at the moment.
Vodka's my vibe from birth. So
vodka's your vibe?
Mm-hmm. Hey, you have a cat about to attack you on your shoulder.
Yeah, we have a one-eyed cat. His name's Fetty.
He's wonderful. Thank you, Elizabeth Dotson.
Yeah, thank you. She has another potentially one-eyed cat currently. I got a picture of it today. By the time this podcast is published, we may or may not own it.
No, but back to Fetty. He's wonderful. I was hesitant on the cat. He's fantastic.
He's a great cat.
We have 2 large dogs. Yeah. They've taken him very well.
And
our children love him.
One of the dogs is sleeping right next to Anna Claire, and one's sleeping right behind Anna Claire.
It's a funny farm.
Well, yeah, we have a cuddle and some people may know. I haven't posted anything on Facebook about it yet, but because it's not Facebook official, but we could potentially have an outdoor only pet possum.
Oh my God, Penny.
Penny the possum. We're not even 100% sure she's a girl.
Michael's the only one been close enough to it to actually physically touch it with his hand and stroke it / pet it with a drumstick for about 15 minutes in our garage.
Yeah. I warmed up to her with a drumstick, just scratching her behind her ear. She didn't move. Anna Claire kept saying she was playing possum, but her eyes were
literally
open.
She's a possum.
Moving. Yeah, her mouth was closed. Like, she was cool.
Because she was playing possum.
Well, then it got to the point where she kind of started really actually playing possum, and I put a shop rag over her, covered her up.
He was trying to figure out how to pick her up, Googling
I had to get her
all the
out of the garage
things.
because Anna Claire didn't want me to leave the garage with that thing still in there.
Well, it's his pet, apparently. It's not mine.
Penny.
Oh, gosh.
I'm now separately feeding her dog food.
And he's making our children fall in love with her, too, even though they've never been close enough to pet her.
They have such little fingers.
She's got thumbs.
And she has thumbs.
It is the weirdest thing.
Possums are the coolest things.
No,
and apparently the way to pick them up is...
not how we were trying to do it.
No, I just shoot it with a broom, but is to pick them up by the tail. Yeah, well, they hang from their tail.
It was humongous. Yeah, that tail looked like an entire muscle.
It did. Well, they hang from their tail. I bet she's pregnant. She's fat.
We don't know if it's a her.
That's true.
Penny or...
We're committing to an entire story.
Penn Badgley, we don't really know. And I don't think Fetty would really appreciate a possum.
Mm-mm. And then we've got 2 neighborhood cats that come and visit us every now and then.
3. Remember?
We've the black one too.
The lion
so we got the spotted one, we got the black one,
Mm-hmm.
and the real fluffy lion-looking cat.
And as soon as they get close enough, one of our dogs scares the shit out of them, and then they're gone.
And they're gone. They all want to be our friends, though.
No, Penny wants to be our friend because you keep leaving food out on the deck for her. He will walk out onto the deck and leave an entire bowl of food out there for the possum. Mm-hmm.
She was on top of our grill the other night, just trying to get in to the dog.
And he told me to come over to the door, to the outdoor patio. And I'm thinking this possum's on the ground, so I'm looking all over the place, sticking my head out the door. And I look up right outside the door, and she's looking me in the eyes, standing on the grill, just staring at me.
She's kind of cute.
You're kind of cute.
She's so soft, though.
I don't I believe you. I don't want to find out.
I was scratching her behind her ears, and she's just loving it. I did wash my hands after. So we did research.
You did research.
Oh, Carib did too.
See.
Yeah, see.
Office besties.
Office besties. And they are extremely clean animals. They clean themselves the same or more than a cat. And they very rarely will carry rabies.
Allegedly.
Their teeth are violently sharp, though.
The verdict is still out on that. So you didn't want to pet her teeth? Are you sure? You want to touch her thumbs?
I kind of do want to touch her hands. I watched some YouTube videos on how to like handle a pet possum. I feel like she's probably too mature to be handled.
At first she's pregnant, and now she's too mature. And we don't even know if it's a girl.
Before all of that, we don't even know if it's a
she could be a teenager. She could be a he.
So fat. You know those TikTok videos though? I know we've talked about it.
Yes.
I'm so fat.
I swear. I just want to be skinny. No.
That's what it looks like when she's trying to get through the porch gate, trying to squeeze through the slats of the porch gate.
No, when the dogs are scaring her out of the porch gate.
No. They're going to have to get used to Penny, though.
But they're good. They don't know better.
Well, yeah, they're just dogs. Mm-hmm. Our dogs. The adventures of our dogs, right?
Oh, my God. If it was a raccoon, that would be different. They're cute. They're furry all over. They don't have thumbs. Their tail's not gross.
They kind of stand up on their hind legs.
Mm-hmm. Fetty would probably think it was a cousin.
Yeah. We'd have to get a baby one, though. I just, like Tiger King. You can't really get them.
Please, okay, Carol Baskins, can we not?
Unless somebody's raised them, from a kitten.
And apparently that's still not good. There's a whole docuseries on it.
You can.
20 years in prison.
It's not a smart idea. It's not a smart idea either way, but it's a smarter idea, I guess, to get one that's been handled Fetty. No.
Do you want me to go get him?
No, he gets into so much stuff.
So many
If anybody out there has a cat, our cat, they're like little crackheads. They just freak out randomly and get into things.
And they scare us. Yeah, and then they hunt us.
Yeah, sometimes. So we have 2 children, 2 dogs and a cat. And sometimes we have laundry. And the cat will...
Sometimes, hell...
Oh, we got laundry all the time.
Literally coming out our ears anyway. Correction.
And sometimes the cat will hide under the piles of laundry. Sometimes he
or in the basket.
Hold on. He's making way too much noise. Hold on a second. Fatty. Hey, Fatty. No. He's looking at me. He's not happy. He's about to do it again. Will you go get him?
An animal in its natural habitat.
We've got kind of a place where we keep our grocery bags. And he sometimes jumps up there, tries to dig them all out. He does a pretty good job, too. But yeah, he has one eye, so he had a sinus infection.
That's where cats have sinus infections.
Yes, and apparently if the snot can't run out their nose, so it backs up behind their eyeball. And so he had a lot of congestion behind his eyeball, and his eye was popping out, and Elizabeth at Boardable rescued him, as she does. So there's like a hussy of an alley cat. Yeah.
That's hateful.
And I think her name's Allie. That just goes around and gets pregnant.
And there's man hussies that come around and get
absolutely.
her pregnant.
It's
anyway.
The streets,
It's like, I'm not your wife, you're my husband.
And Fetty's kind of a gangster because he was...
He is a gangster. That's why his name's Fetty.
That's true. And the fact he has one eye.
And that, too.
But there's this one mama or couple mamas that have babies all over downtown area. There's like people that find them in unfinished portions of their building.
I'm just glad you haven't brought more home. Honestly.
We might, though.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I'm glad we don't have 12 running around.
We need to find another house for all the animals. Oh, I'm telling you, my dream is to have that funny farm, and it's going to happen.
I believe you. I 100% believe you. That's why I'm so thankful we don't have 12 little kittens running around right now.
I was always a dog person.
You're still a dog
person. Because my
person.
experience with cats kind of in the past...
They're kind of hateful sometimes.
No, I don't think I was in the... Me and cats didn't really vibe. So cats are like higher dimensional beings of sorts. They have a higher sense of perception.
Yes.
People who have cats the cats like look at things and like they freak out sometimes.
I love a cat now.
Yeah,
I'm all about a cat now.
The cats I had in the past were either indoor or outdoor cats, and they ran away, get hit by cars, or were just kind of assholes. We had one that was bit by a dog. His name was Lucky. Mom was going to give it to Sarah for a Christmas present and kept it at a friend's house, and they had a dog, and the dog bit the kitten in the face, and the eyeball was hanging out, and for like the first several months of that cat's life, we had to squeeze pus out of the cat's head from the infection. Yes. And anyways, they put his eye back in, it healed, but he had a little white scar above his eye. But I'm convinced that since he was bit by a dog at such a young age, like the dog's DNA and the mucus
here we go with some this shit. What? Continue. Nope, continue.
Blended with the cat, because the cat would cat would eat dog food profusely.
You know what? No shit. There's a show on Nickelodeon about this. It's called Cat Dog.
Shut up.
No lie. No lie. They wrote a whole show about that cat you're talking about.
Yeah, but those cats are
no, I'm for real.
They're conjoined.
No, I'm legitimizing what you're saying.
Okay. Anyway, this cat would pant too. Fetty's never panted.
Fetty, I won't let him outside for longer than 20 minutes.
But still, I mean, we wouldn't either. This cat was pretty much an indoor cat, and it would like tongue out and everything, and it would hide like more than Fetty does. It would hide under, like when Mom and Dad have parties at the house all the time, and they would have tablecloths on the tables, and that cat would hide under the tablecloths while they were having parties and just jump out and scratch people, kids, everything. It used to get on top of, so they had one of those like first edition big screens that was like the fatback
TV,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was in the basement, and that cat used to get up there and pee down the front of it. It would stand up on top of the TV.
The cat was born broke.
To pee down the front. Waking up. And the worst, you know what the worst was? Was that we, Sarah and I had a beanbag, a big one, like as big as this table. And that cat used to get in there like it was Katie litter and just pee in the beanbag. And we would go, and that's where all the video game stuff was. And so we'd run, and we were younger, and so we would go and jump in the beanbag, and it would just be...
No.
Ugh, can you imagine?
That's how I know that cat was born broke, because as soon as we put that litter box down for Fetty,
he knew it was up.
He went in there.
He wouldn't go outside for the longest time.
Well, we didn't know better. We're used to raising dogs. We were trying to send him outside to potty, and he would just look at us like, what are y'all doing?
I'm too busy
and as soon as that litter box and that litter hit the floor, he was like, oh, my bathroom. Hallelujah. I've been waiting 2 days to go to the damn bathroom. These people are ridiculous.
All kinds of bloated.
Ugh.
Oh.
I just want everybody to know that he just dumped a beer down his leg.
I did. I was trying to adjust the microphone. It's not. I do have some new. These are not Timberlands. These are Bass.
This is again while we're at home. Were you born one out for the homies?
I was born broke too. Yeah.
Man, that is so. That is so real on a whole nother level.
You took me in like a one-eyed cat.
Oh,
you know
hell. Your parents pay me so good to do it. I guess I love you a little bit,
I'm still not convinced that's not the truth.
I'm not saying it's not the truth.
Oh, man.
I do love you, though. I know. Most days.
I love you, too. Yeah, so when Anna Claire and I met, I had Sawyer, right?
Met again.
Again, yeah. So we've kind of known each other for a long time. Anna Claire's aunt was my mom's best friend, or one of her good friends, and she has a son, Will Petty.
What up, cousin?
What up, we'll send this to him and Lily. He's probably wearing a Bucky button-up right now.
Oh, he loves Buc-ee's.
I do too.
Nobody knows, it's like a truck stop, gas station like experience. And they have them in Texas. I'm sure they have them in other states too. But he comes home with a new shirt or tie or like...
It's like a mix between a convenience store and Walmart.
Yeah. But it's like an ensemble. It's like a piece.
And they have good food, apparently. Yeah, it's like a thing. It's like a fashion trend.
It's what starts the outfit for him. And he usually tries to wear it at an inappropriate
He builds everything
time.
Around the Buc-ee's.
Yes, everything is built around the Buc-ee shirt or tie or whatever it is.
Will's so funny.
Anyway.
And he married Lily. They live in Tejas right now.
Back to our story.
Oh, yeah. So Will and I, we were kind of friends on and off. Not that we were never friends, but I grew up in Bellevue, he grew up in Dixon. And Anna Claire and I are the same age. A little bit. I'm older
You're
than her.
older than me.
Yeah,
Don't
by almost
say
a
we're
year.
the same age.
Yeah.
I'm 25.
So obviously Will went to school in Dixon. I went to school in
He went to
Nashville.
school at Innsworth.
Bougie. Get out of town.
Hogwarts.
But Will and I went to college together and we graduated the same semester, so we had a
shit show.
Party. It was one of the craziest.
Shit show. I get out of finals like my sophomore year of college. My parents pick me up in Murfreesboro. I have not slept in like 48 hours. I have to go to Knoxville with them for Will's graduation. Unknowingly, we all have to have dinner with Michael and his parents and his sister and my uncle and my aunts and my parents and my cousin, because he's also graduating. And there's 25 people and 26 bottles of wine the night before graduation.
Yeah, pretty much everybody drank a bottle of wine on their own.
Yeah. So
we rented out the bottom room of Tin Roof on...
It was the Copper Cellar.
Oh, yeah, the Copper Cellar on Kingston, right?
I think so. I don't know. I didn't go to Knoxville. You did.
Whatever the name of that street is where all the bars and parties are. So we were down there, and it was... if anybody knows the Shepards and the Petties, we like to have a good time. So
it's an understatement.
That night, Anna Claire, I guess we were done or taking a break and just stepped outside, and
we were trying to get Ubers for every damn body while everybody's figuring out what was going on.
And so Will and I were outside just talking.
No, I was outside.
No, let me tell the story.
Okay.
Will and I were outside, and then here comes Anna Claire out the door, and I was like, "Whoa, you have grown up, my lady."
I'm so tired and ready to get everybody out of there.
There's a picture of us when we were like, what,
Don't care.
5 or 6 in a little playset castle together that we have framed in our house. Yeah.
Your cute little bowl haircut. A straight up bowl
teeth.
haircut.
I could floss my front 2 teeth with
a Volkswagen Bug.
I was going to say a spaghetti noodle, but...
It's a Volkswagen Bug. You could park one right there,
yeah.
seriously.
Hence why I've still got a bracket behind my top 2 teeth and my bottom 4 teeth. I've just got a lot of room. I've got a big mouth.
I think they tried to wire your mouth shut at one
point.
I
also have 2 rows of wisdom teeth.
All right, shark.
Mm-hmm. I got my first set taken out. Like, I was probably, I was in maybe late high school, early college. And they tried to dig out the second set, but didn't. I had to have that little, where you clean out your sockets?
Yes.
The dry socket stuff? Ugh.
Shoe. No wonder our son's teeth are just...
terrible.
So, they're not terrible, they're awesome. But their roots go all the way to his toes. They're never going to come out.
That's true.
His adult teeth are never going to have anywhere to go.
Yeah, he just had to have a tooth pulled because he had a little bit of a cavity.
God had 3 roots on it, and I swear they touched his belly button.
Yeah,
that's what I text.
I don't know how it wasn't poking out the bottom of his mouth.
No. No, I don't. And where's the adult tooth? If that was all down there, where's the room?
And he had chipped it and didn't tell us. I don't go in.
He's not.
Does anybody out there?
Do you just want me to start pulling his mouth apart like this? Like, let me see.
I mean, I do. Are we bad parents?
No, we're not bad parents.
But he never said anything about it really hurting.
No, that's what I mean. He ate Halloween candy, and he just crunched down on something and was like, "I'm not telling them because they're gonna be like, you're never getting candy again." It's like, no, dude, you got to tell us, or I'm gonna start checking.
Checking. I just burped. That was.
Oh. You looked at me like I was in trouble.
What was that look like?
I didn't know what I said.
Yeah. So.
Back to your story of how we met, and then you started working at Dixon Insurance.
Oh, yeah.
And my dad hired you.
I get sidetracked sometimes. All the time.
Literally every moment of the day.
Before we even get started back, just let's mention, let's tie this together. What did you say that my brain was like at dinner?
I don't know. What did I say?
Like a pinball machine.
Oh, it is. Always going off, just ping, ping, ping. Here, there, and everywhere, which is not a bad thing, but it's like, oh my God, wrangle it back up, child. There's not. Unless you want to, like, break the fiberglass and, like, mess the whole game up.
Sometimes.
No.
That happens. All right, so...
Unless you're asleep, but anyway.
Right. So I graduate December.
And you can't forget the bugs.
Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't even get to some of the funniest parts of that night. So we're outside, and then everybody just kind of separated. I don't know what happened.
Yes. And at this point, Sawyer was 8 months old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had him in February 2012.
And he graduated in December.
So that's not 8 months.
I'm so sorry.
Nah. Yeah.
It is not.
It was 10. It's almost 10 months. Yeah.
Just kidding. Math was never my best
She
subject.
scores trivia, by the way.
But seriously. Shut up.
So something we all just separate. I don't even know who I ended up with. I think I ended up with Bradley, who was the best man at my wedding. And just went ham. Like a bottle of wine and some beers. I mean, just went ham that night. And
we went out too. That was the problem.
Everybody went out all places.
Will told me what a fishbowl was that night, and he was like, "We have to finish it." And I was like, "What do you mean we have to finish it? We, and I mean you, we have to graduate in the morning, and I'm not going to be responsible for not delivering you to your graduation in front of family. I'm not doing it."
Well, he got delivered.
Yes, he did. Mm-hmm. You're welcome. I did that. I was the one on the couch that was like, hey.
But I didn't get delivered.
Right, because you weren't my responsibility that night. You're my responsibility now.
I would have gotten delivered.
Hallelujah. Y'all both weren't my responsibility.
Yeah, had we been dating, I would have gotten delivered.
Oh, shoo.
So I lived downtown with a buddy of mine, and our building had a swipe key to get in the main entrance, and then you went up an elevator and had a swipe key or a regular key to get into the room. So I don't even know what time I got home. But I woke up just by the grace of God. Like, I'm pretty sure my phone was dead. And I woke up. Like,
that doesn't... What percent's your phone on right now?
Well, it's plugged up now.
Oh, wow.
Sure. Woke up just by the grace of God and looked over and saw what time it was, and I was like, oh shit. It was I think it was probably 30 minutes before I was supposed to graduate.
I can't imagine how you smelled.
Awful. And so my roommate was, of course, passed out. We graduated at 8, and I think he had gone out the night before. I went in and just started shaking. I was like, dude, you have to take me to graduation. I don't have time to park. He just rolled out of bed. I showed up to graduation like...
Was it Ben?
7 minutes before it was supposed to start. It was Ben. Yeah, shout out to Ben. We'll send this to him too.
Hi, Ben.
Ben and I just went through some zoning in Burns. We have a little duplex there.
Oh, I love Ben.
Yeah, I do too.
And Chelsea.
We don't get to hang out with them enough, yeah.
I know, but we're all busy. We're adulting now. Continue the story.
We're adulting.
Anyway, about past Ben, he drove you there.
He drove me there, dropped me off. I was pretty much
responsible.
I was pretty much in my PJs under my graduation gown.
Literally.
Mm-hmm. And you know how, like, you kind of line up before you're supposed to meet before, and everybody lines up, and they give you your seat. I just ran up. It was like there was somebody standing there, and I was like, my name's Michael Shepard, where do I sit? And they were like,
Miss Congeniality when she's walking into the thing.
Do you see that empty seat right in the middle of the aisle? And I was like, absolutely. I had to get everybody to get up.
Can we just please sidetrack and tell everybody what your degree was in? I'm not hating. A degree just says you did it. I'm hype with it. It took me like 15 years. I should be a doctor. But like,
so
please
long as
tell
you promise
us,
not to have some kind of argument about it.
Can you just tell your loyal audience what your degree was in and what you were planning to do with it?
Well, we'll start. I'll lead up to a little bit. What do we got to do?
Fine.
We were only 30 minutes.
It's your show. You're right. Go ahead.
It is my show.
God.
So I started out when I graduated from Innsmouth. I went to Mississippi State because I was a badass redneck. You know.
Such a badass.
I thought I was cool dude, lifted truck, you know.
Still do.
went there for a semester. It was kind of a messed up situation. So I was majoring in construction management. I know I'm the least handy person. Like, what was I thinking?
Amen. You thought you were Rick Shepard, or it was going to be like osmosis,
thinking?
like it's going to be inherited.
Here's what I'm a little like, not disappointed about, but like, here's who. Yeah, Dad's so handy, and I thought I could just be like, I can be like Dad
so handy.
at the age of 18, where I should have already been being like that, and I wasn't at all.
Doesn't happen like that.
Nobody stopped me from doing it though. Nobody sat me down and was like, Michael,
free will is
you are not
bad
handy.
Word.
Why are you trying to major in construction? Not only am I not handy, I don't like fucking doing it.
I can
figure it out. I fixed like a sink. It works.
It does work. That's
and correct. It's not dripping anymore.
Sure.
We still have the tub in our shower to work on.
I love you so much, and you're so good at so many things. You really are. I'm not being sarcastic. But
there's a but in here.
That was just not. Love you so much.
Well,
that's just not your forte.
Another thing, by the grace of God, I guess I just wasn't meant to be at Starkville, because on the day of my orientation, so I was getting in-state tuition at Mississippi State because nobody offered construction management, or maybe it was in the architectural department or something. There was a tweak about the major that I was doing that nobody in the state of Tennessee offered, and the state of Tennessee that said they would pay the difference at any school that offered a specific major that I wanted that nobody in Tennessee could offer. Well, they merged it with another department that matched up with something at MTSU. Mm-hmm. And so we were having to pay out-of-state tuition. It was so far from home. And I think I partied a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah, I was.
You don't say.
I was pledging
Doesn't sound
a fraternity.
Like you at all.
I roomed
Being totally
with
facetious.
my best friend from high school, which everybody says that's one thing that they did try to tell me that was like, hey, maybe you shouldn't room with this guy. I think you guys are best friends. You're gonna hate each other, and we didn't hate each other, but we definitely didn't get. We had a falling out.
Hey, no lie, my best friend from high school was my first roommate in college. Mm-hmm. Total falling out. Fucking don't even talk now.
Well, me and Drew are cool now.
Lawrence.
Oh yeah.
You say Drew like I've never met him. Seriously.
Drew is the wildest person you'll ever meet in your whole life.
No, he's not.
He's pretty wild. He's such a good dude, though. Remember that time we had to drive his truck home?
I don't even want to. That's like the first thing that comes to mind. Don't even start. Anyway, continue. Mississippi State.
So we left there.
Was Carrie there?
No.
He was at Ole Miss.
Carrie went to Ole Miss. Yeah.
Love Carrie. Carrie's my. Couldn't love anybody more than I love Carrie. Seriously.
He's like 6'6".
And a humongous, friendly teddy bear, and
yeah.
could not be kinder. And like
somebody that has,
you want to bring him around your family. He's that guy.
Yep. Even if you like, he's like that guy you could rent and just bring to your family.
That makes your grandmother so happy, even if she's like 4 foot nothing. Absolutely. He just like gives her a big old bear hug and is like
makes you feel safe.
So nice.
Yeah, it's just so going out with Carrie is the best because nobody messes with you.
The first few nights. When we were dating and we went to your... How old could you have been? It must have been your, like, 5-year reunion. From high school or some shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he threw a piece of ice at me from across the bar. We had met him at his house, and I think that was the first time second time we met. And, like, all of a sudden, I feel this piece of ice. And I'm like, what the hell? And I look up, and across the bar, it's Carrie. And he's just, like, laughing as hard as he can. And I was like, oh, we're about to be best friends.
So silly. Yeah, we were at Crow's Nest in Green Hills.
So funny. So goofy.
Yeah.
Love him.
He's a super guy, too.
I know.
Carrie and I have had some good times.
Anyway, back to your...
Where were we going? What was this one?
Nope. Ole Miss. Or nope.
Oh, yeah, we're going... Yeah, okay. I think both of our heads are like pinball machines right now.
No.
Oh,
that's reserved for you.
What would yours be like? Like a garden?
You don't even want to know.
Okay.
Anyway.
A
garden.
Mississippi State. like a vegetable garden.
Ooh, shut up.
So left Mississippi State. I remember, hold on, one time I was driving from mom and dad's house to Starkville, and I had a flip phone.
You look like a flip phone.
I had a flip phone, and for some reason, my charger stopped working, and I'm driving. I don't know what happened. My charger stopped working. I had to pull into a gas station off this random exit in the middle of nowhere and buy a paper map and scrounge up a charger. Yeah.
I've seen you read a paper map before, and it's horrid.
Oh, yeah. Me and Columbus would not have gotten along.
What you two did to David's boat was horrid.
That's about right.
That horrid.
And I had to figure out my way. Like I felt like Bear Grylls almost.
Oh my God! Do not insult Bear Grylls that way. I don't even know how to describe him. He's like a freak of nature in the best way possible.
Felt like Bear Grylls. Made it to Starkville. Anyway, transferred to Chattanooga, which was probably
again partied. I can just see you. Like, you say party like nobody knows you. Seriously?
Sure. I enjoy having a good time.
Like, that wasn't just assumed.
I felt like party... The perception of party on a broad spectrum kind of entails elements more than just pure bliss of enjoying life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't get off on this tangent. Nope.
I just like having a good time.
I can just see a spider web in your head.
What I like having more...
Pew! There's the ping ball. Nope.
What I like having more than a good time, though, is...
Drinks?
Showing other people a good time.
True. For the most part. That's 50-50 true. Don't lie. Again, we know you.
Okay, I'll take a 50-50 split on that one. It's an even split, though.
Yeah, I'll
So went to Chattanooga and
now.
Changed my major to engineering. Like, what am I thinking? You know, what am I thinking?
It's like the girl on TikTok.
All I did through high school was DJ.
And again, with the not being handy part.
I know.
Went.
Like, who am I trying to prove myself to?
Who you try... Please don't. You're like Wreck-It Ralph. You're not Fix-It Felix.
Yeah,
You're not...
well, that very quickly became too much of something I didn't want to do. So I changed it to...
That's too analytical for you.
I think the first step was construction management that changed to engineering, that then the final step was...
My original question was just tell your loyal viewers...
But how good is the story? How good is the story
it's
been?
wonderful. I just mean, when you're like looking in your head, like, where was I going with this whole thing? Why am I talking about this? That's why. I'm just giving you a refresher on the original question.
It just flows like a fire hose.
No, I'm fine with that.
Word. Thanks for keeping me on track too.
For 6 years now, almost. Well, like 8 or 9, I don't remember, but we've been married for almost 6. So you're welcome.
Oh man, I love it. Yeah. So it ended up with...
No, go ahead.
So final step at Chattanooga, I transferred from Chattanooga to Knoxville because
Sawyer had been born.
For whatever reason. Yep, I had Sawyer.
Knoxville.
And then Knoxville came. I changed over to... Sawyer's my son, by the way. Our son. Sorry. Transferred to Knoxville and changed my major to... I went to the ag campus because there's a lot easier to park over there.
Tell him.
Agricultural economics. It was fitting.
I changed my major, don't get me wrong. I was determined to be a nurse.
I like the big picture of things, and I think economics really puts that into perspective.
But as soon as I heard that, I was like, and we're doing what?
Having
that
conversations
just reminds
with
me of all the
about
economics classes I had in college. It was like, how many oranges in Guatemala? are the fruits in Australia, and it's like, but why?
What are it's like, what are the driving factors of an economy, and then who's in charge of those driving factors?
But my question is, what was your?
I had no plan.
Okay, thank you. That was where I was going with that. Like, who just was like, agricultural economics it is, and I know exactly what I'm going to do with it, and I need this.
The universe.
That's so specific.
Literally, none of it's made sense. None of it's made sense, but had I not taken every single one of those steps of wrong choices, I wouldn't be here with you.
That's not a wrong choice.
Not wrong choices. I should have said wrong choices.
And it's still a business degree?
Of decisions and then changing decisions. They're not wrong choices. Yeah, of saying yes to something, figuring out I don't like it.
Well, college is all about the follow through, so as long as you can do it for that long and like
well, it used to be. I mean, going in the first place though nowadays,
getting in used to be the thing, and being able to pay for it. Symbol well, when our parents went, it was like, could you actually get into college? And, like, where could you go? And could you actually afford it? And could your family, like...
But to what end, though, you know?
Well, back then, a lot of times you needed a degree to get one of those good jobs, a business job. Yeah. So they needed to see that. But now it's like that's not how it is.
Entrepreneurship and...
You went to how many colleges and went to Innsworth?
3. Yeah.
I went to public school my whole life and public college, and we ended up in the same place.
Yeah, we are.
So...
Right, both happy as fuck.
And neither one of us, I don't think, had to show that big piece of paper. Mm-mm. I'm thankful for it.
No. I did skip.
And all those phone calls we get about our federal student loans is horseshit, because I know neither one of us ever had a student loan in our entire life. So I'm just like, you got the wrong people.
Yeah, sure. In my warranty, I've never had a warranty on my truck.
But
yeah,
college is all about the experience too, and meeting people.
But
and
there's so many different ways to make money now.
Than there was even when we were starting college.
There's so many more. The internet's gone crazy. Could you imagine if we were going through college in the days of TikTok?
Mm-mm. Could you imagine our kids having to hear a dial-up tone on the internet and your phone line being tied up because of you getting on the internet?
Yeah.
And you might not have call waiting back then.
Do you remember any of the games you played on one of those?
Yes. It was called Pong.
No.
Or Snake?
After that. On like an actual computer. Like a Bill Gates.
Oh, yes.
Like a Bill Gates computer.
Like Microsoft.
Yeah.
And Macintosh.
Yeah. There was like this one with a guy on a submarine.
Yes.
Hello, Beat Bop. Welcome to the sun.
And we had the encyclopedia, but they were on discs.
Like a math and spelling one. Yeah.
You had to put the actual disc in.
Floppy disks. Floppy disk.
And typing in school was actually on a typewriter, right?
Even some of the jokes on these like new movies coming out.
Mm-hmm. Our kids don't really understand. They're like, what?
Well, not even that. Like, even they explain them. You know, they're like floppy disk. It's like, oh god.
And even on TikTok, that one sound that will divide a generation, and it's the dial-up tone of the internet.
Oh yeah.
You've got mail.
You've got mail. They even named a movie after that with Tom Hanks and
Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan, yeah.
So they're so good together.
That was a good movie.
I know you think they're both or whatever, but still.
We won't get into that.
They're good together.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Why is your phone on? You're supposed to...
Because it's American and I'll do what I want. What?
That's true.
It might be our child. It's probably not our son because he only checks his phone, I don't know, once a month.
Yeah, we do have a 9-year-old and he does have a son, but...
No, he doesn't have a son. We have a son. He's a 9-year-old.
He has a phone.
He does have a phone.
He has a phone.
He's like every other man with his phone.
Absolutely.
It's either dead, it's still in his bag, he doesn't really know where it is, or like he's got 1,200 unread text messages, and it's usually for me and his other mom.
Right. Yeah, we share Sawyer.
So, like...
So, just...
Why does he even have a phone? It's like you...
We give him the opportunity
Lucian even texts you 6 times, dude, and you haven't... He wanted to play basketball last Saturday, and you still haven't even texted him back.
Yeah.
So now I don't feel as bad.
Sure.
Because you didn't even text him back, but still. And he's your bro.
He's not too terribly attached to...
Which I'm fine with.
Me too, yeah.
But I'm always sitting at my phone like...
Your mom.
I love you. Nothing. 2 days later, I love you so much. I can't wait to see you. Nothing. Get him on Thursday. Dude.
Why are you not texting me back?
Oh. Oh, you did text me. Yeah.
He's so active.
Oh, I love him so much, but like, you're so 9.
He's a bro with a...
He's such a bro, and he's playing basketball now, and he's so
with
cute.
long hair, and he refuses to wear a headband.
I think it's because none of the other bros wear the headband. You know how that was?
We should start a thing. But they played well. They won their first game, right?
Mm-hmm. They did. They did so good. We were all over there acting like donkeys, like cheering and stuff. Andy Rose was loving it.
She was.
Yes. The other team was good too, though.
Mm-hmm. And he's playing soccer at the same time.
Yeah, and this Saturday we've got a basketball game at 9 and then a soccer game at noon.
He's going to be whooped.
Well, he whoops at soccer too, is the thing. He's a goalie and he's
the best.
Badass.
Yeah.
He's basically the best, but I'm his mom, so I have to say that. But
he loves doing things.
He's so good.
He tried out for the play too.
He's in Aladdin.
No, I think he's out.
He's in the ensemble.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
Oh, he told me that he was like, it's too much. I'm not doing it.
Oh, well, maybe he's not doing it anymore.
I hadn't talked.
Man, I can't keep up with him.
I can't either.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk to him.
But I'm hyped with him. Whatever he wants to do, I don't care. Aladdin would have been cool, but like if he's not a boo, I don't really want to see it. I was really going for him as a boo. Like, can you just imagine him? He would have been the best. He would have
loved it.
Or the genie. But I'm sure, like,
that's just a lot.
Maybe the older kids get, like, parts like that.
Yeah.
They're probably thinking 4th graders have a few more years, but whatever.
He
can't be good at everything. That's the problem. And he's good at everything. So it's like, dude, when you don't get to play Aladdin, like, you got to give other people a chance.
Sure.
We know you were better, but like we can't. Mm-mm.
And then Andy Rose. She's a mess.
She's like, you can eat her face. She's such a little tiny human now.
She's got glasses,
like her mama.
Mm-hmm. Red hair.
Ooh, and an opinion, and I love it.
Big one. And
she's so kind and loves everybody and is so concerned about everybody and like speaks to everybody.
Very confident
and
in
is
the way
polite. Yes.
She goes just about life in general. With us too, even she's like mature in the way she talks to us. She means what she says too. Mm-hmm. And about clothes, she'll be like, "I'm not going to wear that." No, but when she picks out her own outfit, it's awesome.
That's why I took her to get the coat yesterday. We got her a new winter coat. It's a North Face, and it's fuzzy on the inside, and it's slick on the outside. And there were 2 colors when I went to Dick's the other day, and I knew because I wanted to get the blue one, and she was like, "I want that gray one." And I was like, "I'm so glad I brought you. Try it on." Yeah. And she was like, "I love it." I was like, "Are you going to wear it? Please remember that this is your jacket." I'll remember. So she wore it today, and she loved it. But she'll straight up tell you, I'm not doing it.
She tried to. So I got that jacket at Marshall's the other day. Marshall's has got some good stuff right now. I got a couple sweet jackets that were like $24 a piece. And so it was the first morning I'd worn it. And I'm putting Andy Rose in the back of the truck. And I pick her up, set her up in her booster seat, and she says, "Daddy, you got a tag on your armpit." She reached in there and just pulled it off. She's the
best bestie.
Like if you got something on your face,
anybody
like
could ever have. Yeah. Hallelujah. I have trained her correctly. Mm-hmm. I'm like, just be discreet, but you have to let people know. Sure. If they have something on their face or something on their teeth or something's wrong with their outfit, you have to, or I'll tell her, if your dress or if somebody's dress or a shirt is tucked into their underwear or their pants and you know it's not supposed to be, please just let them know. And she's like, okay. But I'm like, don't embarrass them. So she's really good about that now.
Yeah, and she's real sweet about it.
Yeah. Like, hey, you've got that tag hanging out of your armpit, and before you get into a crowd of people and you raise your arm, I just want you to know.
She'll tell you what's up, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Mm-hmm. There's no sugarcoating it.
Mm-mm. But it's in a respectable manner.
Yes.
Like, it's very...
She does test us sometimes.
It's very matter of fact.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, like the other day I was wearing that dress and she told me I looked like I was pregnant. And I was like, thank you so much for telling me that. I'm going to go light this dress on fire immediately.
She didn't look pregnant, by the way.
But still, it was pregnant. Like, thank you so much for telling me that. Ooh, dress, bye. No. Thank you for not letting your homegirl out here
liked it.
looking. I don't care. She was the only one that was honest. And maybe it was from her vantage point. I don't care. Don't care.
You don't want little kids thinking you're pregnant.
Because they're probably the ones that would say something about it. And I'm like, girl, I appreciate that so much. Lighting it on fire in the backyard right now. But you're my girl.
Did we do that? We do have a huge pile of brush back there that needs to be burned.
No, but it's in the to-go pile. In that box in our bedroom. Oh. Bye.
Yeah, we need to have a bonfire soon.
Not with those clothes.
Where are the clothes going?
Women Are Safe, probably, or somewhere that somebody needs them. I mean, they're good clothes, and maybe somebody that doesn't look pregnant in that dress will enjoy it a lot better than I do. And maybe it goes to somebody that doesn't have as much as I do.
Sure. So I'm glad we found where that angel tree thing was in Waverly. It's at Tully's, right? Is that what it was called?
Yeah, but Caleb said that every single angel for the flood victims had been bought.
No way. There was like 900.
I know. He said that there wasn't any more at the Walmart, anymore at the, what'd you call it? Truly's or Tully's?
Truly's, or yeah, TR.
The pharmacy.
ULLY something pharmacy. Yeah, it's a pharmacy.
And that nursing home, we called there too, and they said that they were all gone.
Whoa.
So.
That's awesome.
I think they're all taken care of.
Cool.
I know.
What a terrible thing.
And it's like the 8th. And I don't think they're like due to be turned in until like the 14th. And it may be like even later than that for the Humphreys County flood victims. Hi.
What a wild thing. That made national news.
Gaw. And being in insurance, it's just like.
Whoa. Yeah. Because that was a whole. Isn't that something like the world of insurance where something like that can happen? And
sure,
there's so many coverages that should kick into place from an insurance standpoint. It's definitely an additional coverage, and it's pretty expensive.
Sure,
for like an add-on for something that's like 100-year flood, you're just rolling the dice on it.
Sure,
I mean, insurance in general is just a roll of the dice as far as like here what could it may or may not happen.
And for a lot of those people, they own their home, so it's like they may or may not have had homeowners insurance because they weren't borrowing money. They weren't required to have it. But and who would have had the conversation, because that's never really happened there. And you think
never would have thought it
all the levees and dams and things they have in place, like how...
It's like the 2010 flood in Bellevue in Nashville.
Sure.
Never would have known. Same thing with the tornado over there that just dropped down and hit that little area. That's so crazy. We interrupt this episode with a message from our sponsor. This episode is brought to you by Your Vibes Entertainment. Your Vibes Entertainment is Middle Tennessee's premier hospitality entertainment consulting company. If you or your business are in need of a mobile DJ, group entertainment like trivia, karaoke, or bingo, or you just need a professional MC to help coordinate your event's day of logistics, we have you covered. It's no work and all play when you hire Your Vibes Entertainment. You can trust us to bring top-of-the-line sound equipment, lighting, and a professional attitude to any event you are hosting. If you are interested in boosting your revenue, showcasing your company, or just want to provide high-vibe entertainment for your family, friends, employees, or clients, please contact us on Facebook or Instagram at Your Vibes Entertainment. Shoot us an email at yventertainmentservicesllc@gmail.com or reach out to the owner Michael directly at 615-330-3236. Thanks, and always remember, stay vibey, my friends. Now let's get back to it and enjoy the rest of this episode. Alright, we're back. We took a little bit of a break.
Am I loud?
No, you're just right where you were.
Okay.
Okay. Chunky.
You don't do it right.
I know. Anna Claire made some cookies.
I didn't know if they were going to turn out like shit or fantastic, and they turned out fantastic.
It was like the whole sheet.
Literally made them out of a box.
It was the whole sheet.
Betty Crocker. Yeah, they weren't supposed to be the whole sheet. It was like a cookie cake. It wasn't supposed to be. They expanded a little bit more than I thought they would, but either way, the taste and the texture is fantastic. Well,
it's a great cookie.
Every girl's dream, at least.
No!
Fetty.
The cat's trying to flip
Fetty.
No.
Hey. Fetty. Come here.
The cat's trying to flip over the lamp right now. I think
Love
we
a cat.
need it. So we were talking during the break, and we have a 500 square foot garage.
It's almost 600 square foot, but I digress. Anyway. Continue. Grand idea.
And that this podcast has gone so well that we could build out the garage for like a bonus room /
his wife has been
studios.
talking about for 2 years. Ask her bestie.
We could start
Ashley.
a GoFundMe page for like a podcast studio.
That's terrible. You need to cut that part out. You need to cut that shit out. Terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, so a studio out there would be great.
Yeah. No, I know it was you now. It was him that ate the cookie.
We've got a dog that's literally allergic to everything.
Like grass. And like,
He's
10 years old. He's literally been at our 500-acre farm since his day of birth. So.
But apparently as dogs get
be allergic to
older,
grass?
their allergic tendencies or their immune system weakens. And Hank is, how old is he? We got him in...
He's...
Like 2013, 2012?
No. It was like 2014. Sorry, it was like 2. Or about to be 2.
That's right.
He was teeny.
So
again, that picture of him and Hank together. They're
like
both
almost
teeny.
8 years, yeah. It was like May of...
So little. It was before we were engaged. It was before we ever lived together. Because remember, he lived with me at MTSU.
That's right.
When I had that apartment by myself. Yep, Fetty just ran all the way over your person.
Right across my lap.
No big deal.
We're going to have to, in this new studio, we're going to have to put cameras. I think the chaos
For
of
sure.
the situation
These
is going to be well worth
wonderful idiots.
Yeah, it leads back to the funny farm.
Honestly. Mom would die. Anyway. Look at him now.
That's so silly.
I don't even remember what we were talking about now. Nope. Hold on.
You got to tap your forehead.
No, I don't. That's what
it
you do.
It activates your pineal gland.
Doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Mm-mm.
You tap it.
You're an Aquarius. I'm a Scorpio. We work totally different.
So different. But the signs are so accurate, though. So the girl I had last week...
Oh, they're so accurate.
...on the podcast did a human design chart read on me. And I'm going to do it on you, too. So I am
No, you're not, but she might.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That would be great. I'm a 4/6 projector, so you have to put in your name.
I don't even know what that means, but I totally...
I'm kind of starting to learn what it means, and it literally describes my personality to a T.
Yeah.
Well,
you're more driven by, like, professional success. For the most part.
It's more about, like...
breaking your shit because you just ripped the damn thing out.
It's more about...
I'm loving every single moment of this whole thing.
I was trying to adjust the mic and it just kicked it.
Couldn't. Do you want my help?
No, I got it.
You sure?
Yeah.
I don't mind.
There we go.
Oh my God, they're Michael proof. Hallelujah. Oh.
You're so funny. It's more about following my bliss, because I don't think that the things that I do fall within the narrative of mainstream society for the most part.
Sure.
You know? It's not just
I would
this,
agree with that.
Yeah. And not to say that there's a lack of abundance in people that do what I do, because I think it's...
But it's 2021 about to be 2022, and all that's changing right now. What is mainstream?
True. Yeah. What's even
all that's
real
different right
anymore?
Now. Adele's back. I'm hype with her. You never know what's going to happen in 2022.
Yeah, what happened to all her weight?
I don't know, nosy.
Well,
what happened to your beard? There's pictures of us 4 years ago. You look like a child. Hi.
I've had people...
You actually look like a man now instead of a child.
So when people actually check my IDs at gas stations and
Infant.
stuff... Yeah, if I'm getting beer, like, and somebody checks my ID, they're like, oh, if they make that kind of like thing, I'm like, well,
that's not you.
Right, or no, I have the beard in my driver's license picture, but
it's little.
Yeah, it's smaller than it is now, but that's not what she said. And
that's literally everything she said. Anyway.
And I asked him, does the beard make me look older than you thought I would be, or why do you have that reaction? No, and some of them say it makes me look younger, and some of them says it makes me look older. Some guy thought I was 43 years old one day.
He was having a bad day, I think. I'm pretty sure. You don't look 43.
Well, how? If you just met me, how old would you think I was?
By the way you act or by the way you look? Because that's two totally different ages.
Okay, so when the dust settles, what is it?
Are you talking or not talking at this point?
I'm talking. I'm flirting with you. Imagine me.
Oh, God, like 12 if you're flirting, for shit's sake.
Would it work?
It obviously did. I don't know why. I know. Lily Bell's even over here like...
That's our dog snoring. That's...
She's getting comfy and she's listening to you. Don't be suspicious. He's going to do it.
Cat's trying to knock the lamp off the table again. Thank you for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for asking me to.
Yeah. I definitely think this could be a regular thing.
It probably should be.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think people actually care what we have to say? I think we could turn this into like a real life married with kids kind of situation type, but are still fun people and the cool parents, you know?
I'd totally make you fun. You're welcome.
Yes. Both of us have very relatable personalities.
Everybody meets you and they're like, honey, you have to deal with him all the time. And then they just hug me and I'm like, oh my God, they totally get it. They've only been around you for 5 minutes and they get it. But he does have good qualities too, I guess. Whatever.
See, what I love about the podcast is that you are more honest. The cat's literally ripping pictures off the wall.
Okay, like today, I got in a minor fender bender.
Yes.
And no lie, I called Michael because we were supposed to meet for lunch. And I was like, I've been involved in an accident. I'm fine. Everybody's fine. It's fine. I'm off the road. It was like a 3-car
deal on Highway 7.
It was fine. That's like the most common area in Dixon to get into an accident, unfortunately. But everybody was fine. The people were so sweet. But I called Michael and I was like, I'm fine. Here he comes. I see him topping the hill and I'm like, of course, here he comes. Well, I'm irritated. And then later on, I'm like, he was just coming to check on his wife.
Because I care about you.
I know. But I was like, oh my goodness. I told you I was fine. It was the sweetest older people. Of course, they were all three fine.
There was like...
Their knees might have been a little bit...
Yeah, there was just like some slow down in the road, and the sun was right there on 70 while it was
not me. I was the first car.
Yeah, she got hit in the rear.
Barely grazed.
Yeah.
I was way better than the other two people. The officers were really nice.
#insurance. She sounded like she was trying to file a claim when she called me.
I swear, I'm fine. I'm getting all the information, whatever. No, I don't need a rental. I think it's going to be able to buff out. Yeah. Seriously. I'm over there trying to wipe it off with my hand, and the officer's like, ma'am, please don't do that before we can get pictures. I'm like, duh, I'm in insurance. Like, for shit's sake.
I should know better.
Honestly.
It's so silly.
And they kept apologizing. I was like, it's called an accident for a reason. But back to the story about Michael coming.
Oh, yeah. Showed up. Parking lot. Nobody asked me any questions. I was like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
That old lady's car name was, what, Ruby? Maybe?
Yes.
Yeah, Ruby got smashed.
Her car, her sweet little car.
She was okay. She had a bump on her knee.
It was a 2006. It only had 101,000 miles on it. And I was like, because she was worried about it being totaled. And I was like, it's probably going to be totaled. The airbags didn't deploy, but...
That's right. Yeah, but the whole grill was smashed.
Sure. I think the radiator might have been smashed, too.
It wasn't smoking.
But there was a smell.
Oh, I didn't.
There's a distinct liquid smell, but it wasn't. I don't know. Anyway,
but
here you come to save the day like fucking Mighty Mouse. Everybody was fine though.
Everybody was okay.
Anyway,
made it back. Car's drivable.
Hallelujah.
Got to get it buffed out.
Oh, my car is totally drivable. My car's a beast.
It is a beast.
Yeah.
I think you do keep me grounded in several kind of ways. So for a lot of people that I talk to, and I make this a known thing, is that my goal every day is for any unsuspecting person is to be either the chaos in someone's day, or B, or the order in someone's day. So if someone's day is going bad or less than preferred, I'll attempt to provide some order of just either a nice compliment, or do you need anything, or you are doing a great job, something like that. Or if someone's day is going well.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's hear it.
This is where I jump in and I'm like, yeah, right. Your day's about to just get a little bit screwy.
You're like Gru.
Because
Despicable Me. But here we go.
Here we go. But just think about it, though. It's to be able to be riding a wave so high and then just get bumped off, you know, as a surfer or just whatever it may be, to get thrown from like a Richter wave kind of thing, and then get up and have to do it again or try to get back that high. You've been that high. Now let's just push you off a little bit. Like the bounce back from that, it creates calluses, not necessarily in a bad kind of way, but like it creates a certain level of grit in your life, you know? Like you never know how high things can get until you realize how low they can get. Sure. And if you're like on a real, what
is that quote? Hold on. It's better to die with memories than, or better to live with memories than to die with dreams, or some shit.
Always.
That's not the quote.
It's close, but it's always, it's don't die. Well, I'm not saying that this is the quote, but in a similar fashion, don't die with your song in your heart kind of thing, you know?
That was so much more girly than I was going to take it, but that's totally fine. Same
concept.
Sure.
Understandable. Yeah.
Sure.
Is to just let it out. And
all right, Elsa.
Right? Let it
do
go.
it. I swear.
Let it go.
And everybody wonders why they end up loving.
That's a good movie. Both of them are.
Frozen. And our daughter, and I'm not going to lie, and Sarah's probably going to kill me for saying this. Do you not remember when he loved Frozen? When it first came out, and he was like fucking obsessed with it. He loved Frozen. Ooh, he would just be mesmerized by Frozen.
It's a good movie.
He was probably more like the Kristoff of the Frozens than anybody, like, but
it's
still.
the right kind of combination.
Oh, sure.
Of like,
and the songs, I mean.
Yeah. It's the right kind of
they'll be burned into our brains for the rest of our lives because of how many times we've had to listen to it. He's in the box that you made him.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to move it?
No, I think it adds to it, you know? It adds to the story. People who have cats, you know, they love boxes.
He loves the box. He's safe in the box.
Mm-hmm. Our house...
He's not going to stick his head out of the hole you cut him, but he's
strewn with Amazon boxes. We just place them...
That's a Zappos box.
That is a Zappos box. We just place them in random places in the house, and the cat gets in them and hangs out. Our whole house is pretty much like a cat play place.
No, it's like a cat kid dog play place all the time, just like
big comfy everywhere. Couches. Yeah,
everybody's like, I don't want to mess your shit. Don't worry about it. Seriously, it's already messed up. There's nothing to even worry about here. We like it that way.
What a wonderful life,
right?
It is. There's like a 4 trillion chance that we're even here on this earth.
That's
right now.
Mike Petty's almost favorite Christmas movie besides National Lampoon's.
What movie?
It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, yeah. That's a good movie.
Like, don't even bring it up because you'll end up watching it with him. And now he's got 2 iPads and like all kinds of TVs, so he'll pull it up on all of them.
Speaking of Christmas movies, as the DDA, we are doing a movie on Main Street. Well, it's not on Main Street. It's in Holland Park. After the parade. This is probably going to come out after. I don't know.
On Center.
Huh?
Center Avenue is where Holland Park is.
Sure, that's where it's at, and it's
literally.
And it's gonna be that movie. Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Maybe it's that old like 50s cartoon movie that's like only an hour long that they show with the.
Is it the claymation?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's got that. What's the bad snow dude? What's his name?
Frosty.
No, it's not the snowman. It's like the. He's like an ice. He's like a big walking icicle.
Oh, what is his name?
I don't know.
I'm about to Google it. Hold
All right,
on.
yeah, but it's that, and so
you want to see if Siri knows? Siri, what's the bad elf? This stupid idiot. Siri, what is the frosty man in Santa Claus Comes to Town?
Here's what I found.
You know she doesn't know. You know she
What's
doesn't know.
She sometimes doesn't do what you ask her to do.
You have a Google phone. Don't talk about what Siri knows.
So that's what we're doing, and we're getting Moonlit Farms or Moonlit Entertainment
Michael.
to do a blow-up projector screen in Holland Park, and gonna project the movie. I think it's gonna start around 8, and it's like a 52-minute movie.
Winter Warlock.
That's it.
I repeat, his name is Winter Warlock, and he's climbing the walls now, trying to get the balloon. So
8 to 9 after the parade, and as of tonight, we have 59 people that have signed up for the parade this weekend, and there's a reindeer search going on. So there's pretty much most of the Main Street businesses have chosen to participate in the reindeer blitz, which is Spots Pots has painted several. I think there's 42 or 43 reindeer scattered about Main Street, and there are search cards, check card kind of things that have the businesses. And as soon as you find them in that business, you can check it off. And then there is a $100 raffle for everybody that finished. One person will receive a $100 gift card. How about that?
Oh, you go, Glen Coco.
You go, Glen Coco. Yeah, absolutely.
2 for you. None for you, Gretchen Wieners.
Your surprise party was a good party.
It was a good party. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah. I'm so
really
glad you were actually
appreciate it.
surprised.
I really was. I did know something was up whenever I pulled
Like
up.
right
and
when
they
you
were
got there, I knew
"Let's
like
just-"
in the trenches, it's so hard to disguise it.
Oh, I bet. But
Yeah.
that
Y'all
was
got
a
there
good
a lot
plan.
earlier than I
know.
was expecting.
I know, and the kids were there too, which was the best. I know. My phone made a good video of it. I haven't posted it or anything yet because I suck at that kind of stuff. I need to be better about it because it's almost 2022.
Sure.
But hopefully soon enough, our kids will just be doing it for me, so I'll just like tag me in it.
Right.
You're
We
so
had
much
to
better
pull
at
Sawyer
it.
out of soccer practice for that. That was a big deal.
I know.
You don't know
He
how
was there,
much
and I was
it
like,
took in logistics behind that. Yeah.
Where are you not in soccer? Because it's your birthday. We didn't have it. I was like, you're fibbing. You did have it, but you came here. I love you so much. Oh, you little stink.
What about that
Above
place?
y'all.
It's selling.
I know. How crazy.
They close on the 20th.
I know.
It's going to be a big party, though. It'll be a nice transition. And I was told the other day that Chris is going to stay on board for a little bit.
I know. And I'm excited.
Yeah, the
Like,
transition, yeah.
and it's cool that we and Dixon Insurance, like, helped.
Start them, yeah.
Not start them, but, like.
Well, it was all big. Like, most of Main Street is. Like, everybody helps everybody.
Right. And do the trivia thing. And
Absolutely. Like, we're just not just me and Claire, but just Dixon in general, and the business owners of Dixon, the environment of business owners of locally owned businesses are really invested in just the development of Dixon, not necessarily like how much money it can make, because there's always that war of like rent prices and
that's
property
not like
prices.
The thing that we're trying to do.
Sure, yeah. Most people are just trying to like put a puzzle together. Right. Why does it have to be such a struggle sometimes?
And when Dixon Insurance was on Main Street, I remember doing like the parades and stuff were downtown, but it wasn't like there were stores. There was like the goalpost, and I think it wasn't not the Hallmark store, but it was called something like that downtown where 3 Times a Lady is now.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was called. And then the arcade was there with all the different
stuff,
businesses and stuff there also. But I don't really remember anything past Hodges besides being like Fuzzles and then Nick's Hardware, which was across the railroad tracks across from House of Rose. Right.
The old bank.
Right.
Yeah.
So there wasn't really anywhere to like hang out or go or buy stuff or like keep you on Main Street after that.
But now, it's really been just in the past 5 years. The whole picture's coming together, you know?
Hallelujah.
Everybody gets along and...
Besides Pink Hydrangea was a store back behind...
The post office?
Yes, and back behind where Pruitt Electric used to be. I don't know what it is now.
But like on the service
it's beside
center
Moondraped, side. I think.
Yes, yeah.
On the corner right there across... Yeah. That place... was crazy.
It's like the death of Cody's too. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Those two places. And the country.
My dad hated hearing
club.
That word, Pink Hydrangea. Oh my God.
The country club?
The country club was the best thing ever.
From when I came to Dixon and just immediately started talking to people and meeting people.
There'll never be another country club.
Like some of the initial conversations I had with everybody that I came in contact with had to do something with the country club.
Yeah, my best memories are at the country club. It was the best.
Right? And it's like this, it's almost this biblical, like, BCAD type situation with Dixon County.
Yeah.
Is like there was a small...
The dads golfed, the kids got dropped off at the pool, the moms were like usually at the pool, some golfed.
Yeah, and there was a bar.
Or some were doing stuff with the older or younger kids, and then... the other kids were just at the pool, and all the other moms would watch out for them, and the dads would be back and forth in between all the things, and you could order food down there. You could walk up to the little... It wasn't like a clubhouse down by the pool. It was like a changing room area. But there was a phone down there, and all you had to do was like pick it up, and it would go to the clubhouse with like the restaurant and stuff, and you could order food, or the moms could order drinks, or... whatever the hell you wanted.
It was just a big community gathering space.
Yeah.
That was comfortable.
Yeah. You couldn't get away with shit. So it's not like they dropped you off and you could get away with shit like kids do now. It was like, no. There was somebody there with eyes on you, and they knew that you knew better. And no. That was not a thing.
That needs to happen again.
Yeah.
But maybe not a country club, but just some kind of situation of...
Well, it's different times now.
Well, they're redoing that whole park.
Sure. It's still a beautiful area and stuff. It's just a lot different now.
Well, they're going to put a splash pad there. The trails are great.
Sure.
Buckner has an amazing frisbee golf course. We need to play frisbee golf sometime.
Yes.
Make time for that.
Don't you have a merce?
It's called a nutsack. It's what it is. That's what the brand of the bag is. Isn't it so funny?
Can we please get you sponsored by a nutsack maker?
I want to get sponsored by One Wheel. I want to get sponsored by One Wheel. I'll cut this and turn it into an advertisement.
No.
It just came out with the GT. And
is that which one we are getting? Yes.
Yeah, it is.
You heard it correctly. We
are getting One Wheels, and it's going to be a thing. It's going to be a couple's just let's ride around and enjoy the one wheel. It's... Hold on. My computer...
I just hope karma doesn't come back around to me.
It might, and that's what
for
it's all about.
teaching the kids to point and laugh at you when you fall, so...
Oh, no. It came unplugged. Hold on. Just keep
Do you want me to do a TikTok?
Just keep talking. No,
do you want me to do... Oh, no, TikTok? I'll do it. I'll do it right now. Do it. It's gonna die. Is it Mission Impossible?
Yeah, I got it.
I figured. You look just like Jason Bourne.
I know, right? This is kind of the joy of doing a podcast.
Because you love to talk, I know.
Just, yeah, because they're so raw. Like, I was watching a video the other day of this lady talking about just social media platforms in general. And she was saying that TikTok is, like, the best thing, obviously, that's ever happened in social media, period.
No, Post Malone's the best thing that's ever happened to social media, period, ever.
But the algorithms of TikTok, just because everything has gotten so... kind of fake, almost. Instagram is... It's just the highlights of everybody's life. And I think that people...
I wish I could be more fake sometimes. Sometimes it comes out just like... Oh, you should not have said that like when you said it, like how you said it. Yeah. Why did you do it like that? It's like, ooh, you should have finessed that a little bit better. Like,
sure, but TikTok is raw. Like, it's just straight.
Some of the stuff raw. I see on there is like,
right? Like, this is life. You know what I don't get, but I do kind of get sucked into sometimes, just because it's like a train wreck. Almost.
TikTok, what?
The lives. And you know when you click on one?
No, is that a thing?
If you click on...
Oh, I hate that. I can't.
If you click on a live...
I hate them.
Hold on. If you click on a live, it will take you over to, like, the page where you can see the comments. But you can swipe up.
Oh, I love the comments.
I know. But these are live comments. But you can swipe up, and it'll continue you on a feed of other live only videos. So, like, you can either get the FYP and just boom, 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 boom until
I love that you said that like everybody knows what you're talking about. It's the For You page. Yeah, I know, but not everybody does.
Most everybody does, though. If you don't have a TikTok, you need to get one.
Have you ever met my mom? Have you ever met my mom?
Okay, I'm not... my demographics for...
She'd think that was a nasty
word.
word.
My demographics for the podcast
She'd think it was a nasty word, and she'd need to know.
I think it's 29 to, like, 42... maybe, are my demographics at the moment.
I follow you.
Yeah, and you fit the demographic.
You're welcome. And?
Where was I going? What was I saying?
I don't know. You got distracted by me.
I did.
And the cat climbing up the wall.
And the cat. Man, it was good.
It was.
Oh.
The For You page and the live comments.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I do listen to you.
I know. I didn't say you didn't. But it'll keep taking you. So the lives, I haven't quite grasped. And I'm only doing it from a viewing perspective. I have not Googled. I have not YouTube, like, what everything means as far as, like, people sending gifts and, like, they throw sunglasses on people and there's, like, presents and hearts and smiley faces and, like, there's futuristic glasses and then there's Ray-Bans and it's just, I don't know. And, like, it's people looking into a camera, literally being almost to a point controlled by instant interaction with whatever's going on in front of their camera. Mm-hmm. Like, they'll do anything for people to hit that button more.
The ones where the people are trying not to spit water out, they're my favorite.
See, that's what I'm saying. Or the guy like wrapping the watermelon in rubber bands.
Don't start with me.
So funny.
The remix and the guys. But what is it called? The duet where they're watching it and it's like it's live and they're.
But I couldn't. Me personally, imagine myself sitting there and watching the whole thing. Mm-mm. I would just catch it the next day.
Me too.
On the clips.
You see me. You've been with me in the car. I have anybody that's ever been with me in the car. The radio ADD is so real For me, it's not even funny. And the commercial ADD, like, I'm not doing it. I'm already gone after like 16 seconds. You got me for 16 seconds.
Really curious,
and then if it's
on
awesome.
How does TikTok get paid? Because there's no ads.
I don't know how any of the people get paid. How do any of the influencers get paid? Is it Bitcoin?
Advertisements and product promotion.
That's all? They're not getting any of the shares out of Instagram? Nothing?
Well, they could probably work. They work
That's
deals.
what I mean. Like, why are these people...
Well, Instagram is owned by Mark Zuckerberg.
And his however many other investors. Like, let's not just act like it's just him.
Well, now it's the Meta. Right.
Sure. Here, don't start. Don't start.
Ready Player One.
See, don't start.
Ready Player One.
No. Okay.
If you haven't watched Ready Player One, do it now.
The Matrix, the new one, is coming out soon. After that, we can decide on if you're nuts or not. We're not doing it yet. Nope. We're not.
For those of y'all that really know me.
No. Which is me. And that's why I'm like,
yeah, for those of y'all, and if you haven't had this conversation with me before, for those of y'all that really know me, comment on this.
Don't do it.
I'm probably going to make it, I'm not going to make it a clip because it's too small, but comment just on the full video if I've had a conversation with you about how we live in a matrix.
And I apologize in advance for every single one of you.
But I won't have that conversation unless I feel extremely comfortable with telling you. That's one of my signs on the 4.6 projector is that I project my vibe often when most people can't resonate with what I'm trying to say.
This is how I know I love you so much more than I actually realize in myself. Sometimes it's like, because when you say stuff like that, I'm just like, I have to love this human so much more.
I feel like you're biting your tongue.
The capacity for my love must be so much larger than I ever realized, because if I can just look past this that's coming out of his mouth right now, then I'm doing so much better than I give myself credit for. Like,
pat on the back for you.
You go, Glen Coco. You go. But I do. I love you so much.
You do a good job too. I love you too. So this is definitely going to become a show, and we're going to have a TikTok with our chaos.
I don't know how to do TikTok.
We're going to manifest the shit out of this.
Can Siri do the TikTok? Because she's pretty stupid on looking anything else up. So unless she can, I can't.
Oh, I'll do it.
Or we can make one of the dogs grow thumbs.
Yeah, or just tape a GoPro to their head. That'd be great.
No, they'd just be staring at us the whole time.
Well, I've had a good time talking to you.
Oh, God. You'd have a good time talking to a wall, but I appreciate you saying that.
I've done that before, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I watched you do it. Sure have.
I think the wall had a mirror on it, though.
Do you know the part in that song by Megan Thee Stallion where she says something like, she walks around the house butt naked and she stares in the mirror just to look at her own posterior? That's you. Literally, you and our dog Hank. Y'all can't look by a window. You can't walk by a mirror. You can't really walk by like a picture frame that's larger than an 8x11 without trying to just stop and like look at yourselves. Quit playing. It could be that.
Sometimes it amazes myself that I'm such an angel.
Heavens. Yes. Me too.
Yeah, I know.
Me too. You gonna wrap it up, Chuckles?
Yeah, we're done. I appreciate you hanging out.
Thanks.
This has been a really good conversation. We could do like weekly tales of the trivia or with the life. I think we need to incorporate maybe some trivia into this conversation.
No. Why?
Not actual
You're
answerable
literally
trivia.
trivial on a daily basis.
But
so
the things that happen at the brewery are so funny sometimes.
they are pretty funny.
Yeah.
The things that happen here are funny. The things that happen in life are funny. So
Life just in general is funny.
Lily Bell looks like she's just done with life right now. So
I'm done. It's 11:11. Ooh, ooh.
Don't start with me.
It is That's your birthday.
It's the number.
The universe is so great. What about that?
It really is.
Ending this at 11:11 is great. You guys are awesome. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed. Please just let us know what you think about it. This is, I don't know.
Just my husband
It's
talking
a really good
again.
creative outlet. Absolutely.
And thank y'all for listening to him because it takes so much off my ears.
All right. Well, do all the things. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Call me, if you want to be a guest.
Or call me if anybody's in the market for a husband. I'll pay you to take him. So I pay good. I pay well.
The market's up right now for husbands, though.
Hallelujah. And it's Christmas time. Somebody needs a present.
You think I'm a present?
No.
Would it be one of those that people return?
Yeah, you know that Pick 5 store?
Give me 5.
You'd be something like that. You'd be in one of them bins.
Like a score at a cheap price.
Yes, you'd still be talking like the one that won't shut
that
up. Like
people
the
would
Furby
immediately
they
turn
set
around
in
and
Spanish.
flip on eBay, yeah.
No, it's the Furby they accidentally set in Spanish. They don't know how to turn off. It won't. So you have to kill it with the hammer. Basically.
If I don't show up tomorrow, you know why. I was confession to murder. First Ghislaine's Maxwell, and then now.
No, I'd prefer Carol Baskins. I'm smarter than Ghislaine.
And does that make me...
Say it. Jeffrey? No.
No.
Dawn?
Joe Exotic.
No. Oh my God. No. Oh heavens.
Okay. All right. Great podcast. You guys are great. Appreciate you listening. And until next time, peace. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks again to Your Vibes Entertainment for sponsoring this episode. If you are looking to boost your revenue, showcase your company, or just want to provide high vibe entertainment for your family, friends, employees, or clients, please reach out to them directly on Facebook or Instagram at Your Vibes Entertainment. Shoot them an email at yventertainmentservicesllc@gmail.com or give the owner Michael a call directly at 615-330-3236. If you're interested in sponsoring an episode, please reach out to me directly via email at yourvibespodcast@gmail.com. Thanks again for listening, and always remember, stay vibey, my friends.